Hello students, welcome back to your physics class. This is your physics teacher. Hope you all are fit and fine. In the previous video you have learned about solids and liquids. In this video you will learn about gases. What are gases and what are the characteristics of gases? So you might have learned the word gases in your everyday life like LPG, liquefied petroleum gas that we use at our home for making food, which is contained in the cylinders. Similarly, the air around us is also a gas, but it is not a single gas, it is a mixture of various gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, etc. Oxygen is a gas that we breathe in, and we breathe out a gas which is carbon dioxide. Helium, water vapor, these are also the examples of gases. So all these are examples of gases, but we cannot see the gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, helium, but there are some forms of gases which we can see, that are steam and smoke. So steam and smoke can be seen, and if we see them, that we can see that they don't have any fixed shape, or they can spread out into the air, get mixed with the air, because they can flow in all the directions. So from this we can see that gases are the materials that have neither a fixed shape nor a definite volume. You can see here they don't have any fixed shape and they are flowing in all the directions, so they also don't have a definite volume. Now if we see the particles, the arrangement of particles or molecules in the gases, we can see that the molecules of gases are very loosely packed with very large spaces in between them. There is a lot of free space in between them. For example, if one molecule is here, then the other is here, and the molecules of the gases are in random motion in all the directions. They can move in all the directions in the space available to them. For example, these are the directions of motion. They can move, and when they are in motion, the particles of gas keep on colliding with each other, or they can hit each other all the time. The intermolecular force of attraction between the molecules of gases is very weak. And if when we fill a gas in any container, then the gas fills up the entire space inside the container. That means it takes up the shape of the container. And the molecules of gases can be compressed easily because they have large spaces in between them. So whenever we apply pressure over them, then they get compressed to a much smaller volume, and the particles or the molecules come close to each other like this because they have large spaces in between them. But the gases have much lower densities as compared to solids and liquids because of the large spaces between the molecules of gases. Now, what are the characteristics of gases? First one is that gases do not possess any fixed shape. They acquire the shape of the container in which they are kept. They don't have a definite volume also. They fill up all the space available within the container. They can flow in all the directions. They also diffuse rapidly. Diffuse means they spread out rapidly. They have to be stored in vessels or containers which are closed from all the sides. Then their constituting particles are very loosely packed. Constituting particles means which makes up gases. They are very loosely packed, as we know, with lot of free space in between them, and this is why gases show high degree of compressibility. They are highly compressible. Now, when a gas is compressed, the space between its particles decreases, or the particles come closer. As I have told you, the particles come closer to each other and they come in a very small volume, or they can be compressed into a small volume. Now, as we know that the molecules of gases are in continuous random motion, so they have very high kinetic energy. The kinetic energy of the particles is very high as compared to solids and liquids, as they are moving fast all the time. Now, these properties of gases have many applications. For example, water vapor from water bodies like lakes, seas, oceans rises upwards to form clouds, which is responsible for the weather and seasons of the earth. Similarly, gases held by the Earth's gravity are important for living organisms. There are some gases which are held by Earth's gravity, like oxygen, which are important for us, that means for living organisms like plants, animals, and human beings. So there is something written in the info hub. When a perfume is sprayed, it quickly vaporizes and its particles diffuse in the air in all directions. The scent is carried out to our nose in no time. That means we smell the gases in a very fast manner as they get spread out in the air, because they can flow in all the directions, then they can diffuse rapidly. Now next there is quick check 1. First one is that an atom always exists on its own. False. It may or may not exist on its own. Molecules of substances are visible to the naked eye. These cannot be visible like the atoms. So this is also false. A gas does not occupy any space. No, gases occupy space. They have volume but not fixed, but they occupy spaces, so that's why it is false. A liquid cannot flow in all directions. True. Gases have the lowest kinetic energy among in the 3 states of matter. False. They have high kinetic energy than the solids and liquids. The compressibility of liquids is very low. False. They have high degree of compressibility but much lesser. The liquids have compressibility. They can be compressible, but it is not very low. The compressibility of solids is very low, so it is false. Then there is an activity to show that gases do not have a definite shape. So for this we just need balloons with the different shapes, and what we have to do, we take the different shaped balloons and we will fill these balloons with the air. So what we will see, when we fill the balloons with the air, then each of them with different shape will have will take the shape of the balloon. That means when air enters an object, it occupies the free space and it also takes the same shape that is of the object. So this shows that gases do not have a shape of their own. When we are filling in each of the balloons with different shape, then the gases will also take the shape of different kinds of different balloons. So gases take the shape of the object that they occupy. Next one is to study the ability of materials to flow. That how much the materials can flow. For example, if we talk about solids, liquids and gases, we know that solids cannot flow, but liquids can flow in a particular direction and the gases can flow in all the directions. For this we need 3 identical polythene bags, stones, water and a pin. So firstly we fill a polythene bag with sand, another with water, and in the third bag we will blow in the air with the mouth. Now we will seal the open ends of the bags. Now what we will do, we will keep these 3 bags to some height and we will prick each of them with a pin. That means we will make a hole. So what happens, the contents of bags begins to escape, means the solids, the liquids or the gases will try to escape out of them, but not at the same rate. The solids, which are stones, they will not flow, but the water starts flowing consistently and the air showing maximum fluidity escapes rapidly. Means कि जो stones होंगे वो flow नहीं करेंगे, but water and the air will escape out of the bags. But the water will flow in a very consistent manner, that means slowly. But the gases, that is air, it flows out very rapidly out of the polythene bags. So from this we can say that a solid cannot flow, a liquid flows under the action of gravity, and a gas flows and spread out very quickly in all the directions. Thank you.